I'm sitting at the end of the world. Well, I grew up on the east of Boston, Mass, as east as east goes without crossing over. And on my last day home, I spent it on the harbor looking out at the Atlantic and its endless dirty water, taking in the sharp, salty East Coast air, one homesick sigh at a time. So here I am, not really, in Venice, California. I breathe the same, but the air a little thicker, congested. And my reason's more descript, just constantly there hinting at me that these steps don't really feel too different, that this path is more paved than it appears. You blindly keep moving forward, almost unfazed by the changing and repeating scenery, trying to finish your race. But you always end up circling back to where you started. Here I am, in a reflection of where I started my journey. And like any mirror, the scenes are inverted. My lines, though the same, are refracted and hold more gravity, now with a lot more in my rear view. There are many routes on the way, untaken, and much scenery unseen, and it's that freedom and love that mean the world to me, and somewhere in that's the home I'm craving. It's just so hard to run parallel to what the whole world sees as true, and it's hard to believe that everyone's a fool rather than just you, so why am I at least this year? Well, because the world's behind me with those thoughts, and sometimes it's not knowing how to live, but simply how not. One thing still bugs me, and that's how so many still see reality like the world is flat. Well, it's certainly handed to the sea that I'd rather look towards the mystery than to ever look back at that. Yeah, this is my last performance here. So I was performing in LA actually. But besides that, I have a special thing for you tonight. Location. Broken dreams, thoughts, and hearts lay on the boulevard. Misplaced expectations are trampled underfoot. Every inch of city sidewalk caked with sweat. The bustle of bumping bodies and alluring laughter, they drown the individual. The flashbulb signs and streetlights, oh how they shine so bright. The sharp sirens slice through traffic and soft ears. The patter of plastic tires clicking over the cracks of smooth, star-studded sidewalks. Hash highways pinned by pockets of pennies. The starry night clouded by the crying sky. Girls crazed by sunset. The moon hums a mad melody. The busking bastards beg happily, hoping, hungry. The slight sound of plucking strings, the hollow exhale of melancholy harmonica, the brutal bashing of bucket drums, the sullen sounds of the city. They're enveloping, discouraging, but homely and warming. As those sharp sirens wash by, protecting, serving, saving, fishing, surfing, waiting, not doing much in my mind. The madness of the masses frustratingly flow forward into stagnant lines around stark street corners, people passing out flyers, cards, wristbands, bitter barking, staggering, shaking hands, the air filled with bacon-wrapped hot dogs and vegetables for flavor, on carts wheeled out every night to cut off a few chunks of cheese for their own family to feed. Teenagers teetering on the edges of tour buses as parents watch with weary eyes, trying to defy this future society provides. And just as quiet seems to settle, cars fly by with whooping cries of ecstasy and crashing nights. Heavy-headed hipsters wallow over hollow walkways, afraid to look too long for eyes might meet, just scared to stop on the cold city street. The puddles of the gutters reflect their own confusion. Bound but held together by the past, looking at the world through fogged glass, forgetting the world's of trees and grass. Idleness is our reality, distraction our misery. If you live a life of vanity, you'll realize how it's tawdry. Studying evil in silence, as pagan is now proof. Freedom is now foreign, religion our roof. Sky no longer a limit, impossible but a figment. We ride a horse without pigment, for we left our ambition timid. We're far from stranded souls, we're all alone. There's no place called home, we were born to grow.